Today we're going to get into all of the included food options on board of the Icon of the Seas, and stick with us because there are a ton of them. Let's go. Howdy friends, John here from Bite Size Cruises. Welcome to the channel. If it's your first time coming to check us out, thanks so much. We are a travel agency. Our goal here is to give you the best information possible about cruising so you can plan to go on one of these amazing cruise vacations. Today, we're going to go over all of the included food on board of Icon of the Seas. Most cruise ships, most modern cruise ships have a few places where you can eat and not spend any additional money in addition to your cruise fare. On a lot of the modern ships, it's generally the dining room and the buffet, and there may be a little bit of a grab and go option somewhere. We can grab some snacks or maybe just some sandwiches or things. Icon and Royal Caribbean in general have a ton of included food options. So if you're looking for a way to just spend your cruise fare and whatever you do with drinks or anything and not spend any additional money on food, you can absolutely do that on board of Royal Caribbean, specifically here on board of Icon of the Seas. So let's start getting into it. Number one, we just mentioned it, the Windjammer buffet. The buffet is very large. I do have some criticisms. They only open one side at a time, so they will open it and stagger it. If you get there, generally my rule of thumb is to get to the buffet early. On this particular ship, if you do that, you hit a real bottleneck of people piling into the buffet early in the morning or at lunch or at dinner. So you may be actually better off waiting a little bit, and as always, try to go as far back as you can. With Royal Caribbean, it's a little bit different the way they have the station set up. I'm not a huge fan of the way their buffets are configured. Everything becomes very, very chaotic. Shockingly, I prefer Carnival setup and Norwegian's, but I don't really particularly care for the way that Royal does buffet. But look, the food is good. It is included in your cruise fare. It's just chaos. So if you don't mind getting in there and kind of shimmying your way into spaces to try to get your food. Look, the food is great. You'll have a ton of choices. You have all different ethnicities to choose from Indian food to Asian food, Italian nights, seafood nights, lobster night, the whole 9 yards. You could definitely get amazing meals at the Windjammer buffet. It's just a little bit of, you got to have a little bit of an attitude in there. Next up, let's talk about the main dining rooms. Here are the main dining rooms. You have 3 dining times now, technically 4. You have early, you have late. On the newer ships and the larger ships, you have a middle dining time, which could be 6:45, 7:30, something like that. And then you have my time dining. Early and late, you are going to be in a specific dining room for those, and you have to show up at your time. Everybody sits together, and those tend to be your longer dining options. Think like an hour and a half-ish for dinner. So if you don't mind that, again, you're going to get a great meal. There are tons of options on the menu. They have classics, and then they have things that change every day for different themes. And then you will have my time or the mid-time dining, where I think your dining options are going to be a little quicker because they're trying to get you in and out. You're just going to show up whenever you want to eat for my time dining. And that middle time, they still do have to get you in and out pretty quickly so they can clear those tables. So I prefer those, although you may have to wait longer to get in. So pick your poison there, but you're going to have a lot of options for food. And for breakfast and lunch, the main dining room are great options. They're only open for lunch on sea days, but for regular port days, they are open for breakfast and dinner. And I find breakfast to be really delightful because a lot of people go to the buffet to try to rush it to get out to ports or just to get on with their day. And I prefer to sit down and have a nice, quiet, early breakfast and not have any drama. So those are your first 2 options. Those are the pretty standard options if you go on a cruise. Next up, we have the Pearl Cafe. The Pearl Cafe is located on deck 6. So if you come in on the promenade, you walk up through the giant Pearl. Right on your right, you're going to see the Pearl Cafe. There are an amazing assortment of foods there throughout the entire day. And I'm talking from like 4 in the morning till 4 in the morning the next day. You can pretty much find something to eat. Here's how it works. You go up there, they have coffee, tea, juices and all that are on tap. You can pretty much get those 24 hours a day, with some exceptions if they run out of coffee and somebody's not there at the moment. But for the most part, coffee, cream, sugar, all that, teas are all there. And then they have a little grab and go section where they have salads, maybe depending on the time of the day, oatmeal, muesli, parfaits, breakfast sandwiches, the whole 9 yards. And then for lunch and dinner, you're gonna have other sandwiches. And then over on the other cart that has to kind of open around 6 a.m., they have Danishes pastries, a bunch of grab and go food, actual like pulled pork sandwiches, a bunch of things. But you could easily grab and go a bunch of meals there throughout your cruise. If you're not interested in going and sitting down somewhere, you just want to grab something, go back to your room, or maybe just sit down and eat quickly and get out off the ship or whatever you want to do. That is another option. Next up, Park Cafe, located in the middle of Central Park. Again, breakfast and lunch for the most part. It closes somewhere close to dinner time, so you can kind of get in there on the fringe of dinner if you like to eat early, around 4 o'clock. They have a lot of grab and go options for breakfast and lunch. They also have a bagel bar in the morning, and they have oatmeal in the morning and cereals and things like that. For lunch, you're going to get a ton of sandwiches and salad options, from grab and goes to actually like a roast beef sandwich, the famous Kamawek roast beef sandwich. And there's a soup bar, so they have soups every day, which I think is really great. And then all of your little fix-ins, potato chips, all of those things there. Again, coffee, tea, juices, they open for breakfast and lunch, not super early though. Next up, let's talk about the AquaDome Market. AquaDome Market opens around 11 o'clock, 10:30, 11 o'clock, and stays open for a good chunk of the day into the evening. But you have a lot of little stops here. You're going to have a crepe station. You're going to have an Asian station. You're going to have a sandwich station. You're going to have a salad station there. You have a mac and cheese stand. Tons of options there if you want to grab something quickly. Don't want to wait. Now, keep in mind, we tried this a couple times, and while I thought the food was good, it wasn't super hot, so it was kind of warm and okay. But if you were grabbing a salad or something like that, I'm sure it's great. There is a Mediterranean option there with like salad, pitas, all of those type of things. So just something to keep in mind if you are there and you're looking for food options. I thought it was good, it just wasn't really hot. Next up, let's go to the promenade. Let's wander down the promenade a little bit. We're going to go to Sorrento. Sorrento is pretty much on all of the Royal Caribbean ships that have a promenade. It is the local pizza place on board of your promenade. I don't love Sorrento. It tastes like cracker pizza to me. It tastes like a cracker with pizza on it, pizza sauce and cheese on it. It's drunk pizza. That's what I call Sorrento's. It's drunk pizza. Look, if you want to go there at 11 o'clock one morning, you just get back from like walking around the port, you want to grab a quick slice or two of pizza, why not? It's fine. I wouldn't go there for a meal. I don't particularly love it. The lines are really long at times. However, what I will say is on Icon, it is very large, and we didn't see much of a line anytime that we stopped there to grab a quick slice, and it's fine. It's just perfectly okay. It's the best way to describe it. Don't go there as pizza, like a pizza destination. It's a, hey, I need a quick little bite to eat. I just want to grab something quickly. Next up, base camp. We're going to go all the way up to kind of Thrill Island, where all of your fun things are going on. Your Flow Rider, you have the Crown's Edge, you have all these fun different things going on. Base camp used to have a charge for certain items. Now it does not. Everything there is included. You have hot dogs, you have hamburgers, you have nachos, you have pretzel bites. There are a ton of things there to grab and go. We found it to be open most of the day, starting at around 10:30, 11 again, and then pretty much rode it out until the evening. It was open, so you can grab kind of brunch, lunch, dinner-ish, early dinner again. Again, it's grab and go, easy kind of burger, hot dog options, you know, would be like your basic buffet options. It's perfectly great. Your kids will love it. The pretzel bites are great. The nachos were good. So check out Base Camp. Again, these are all included in your cruise fare. You don't have to pay $1 extra. Now let's slide down the old pool deck and we'll head to El Loco Fresh. El Loco Fresh is Mexican grab and go at its purest. There is a salsa bar there. There is guacamole there. You can get nachos. You can get tacos. You can get empanadas. You can get fruit cups. They have little salads in a little cup that you can grab there. You have juices there. You have a bunch of things throughout the day. Again, lunch, dinner options here. It's great. We love El Loco Fresh. I love going there. If you just want some nachos with some cheese on them and then grab some salsa or some guac, anything like that. And again, you can get tacos, you can get quesadillas. So another great fun option for lunch or dinner if you don't feel like sitting down somewhere, just want to grab something quick if you're hanging out at the pool deck and you don't want to leave. There you go. The last included food option is heading back down onto the Surfside, which is the family area, the back on deck 7. You're going to get Surfside Bites. Very simple here. You're going to get churros, burgers, the type of quick grab and go food from there for your kids if you're hanging out in the little family area, or if you're just sitting there with your kids and you're like, I really need a bite to eat, that is the place for you. And then of course there are Sprinkles ice cream places all over the place. There's one there on deck 7 next to Surfside Bites. They have them up on the pool deck. There's one in the buffet. You can get soft serve ice cream starting at 10 a.m. till pretty late at night. Vanilla, chocolate, or swirl. So those are your included food options. I will put a caveat out there. Technically, room service is free. You're not paying for the food included, sorry. I'm so sorry I said free. Included in your cruise fare. You do pay a service charge for delivery. So my general rule of thumb is if you're ordering room service and there's a bunch of you on the cruise, order a bunch together. If you have a couple cabins, just order it all in one, pay the one service charge, and you are good to go. Those are your included food options. Do you have a favorite? Let me know in the comments below. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say my favorite is El Loco Fresh. Thanks everyone for watching. Really appreciate it. We would love for you to subscribe. Come along and join us on this journey. I always forget to ask people to subscribe. Come along, join us. Doesn't cost you a single penny. Just a little click, that's it. So come along, join us. Thank you so much. We will see everybody tomorrow. Happy cruising. Bye.